Is 2026 the year that Jennifer Lopez and Adam Sandler get their first ever Oscar nominations? Honestly, maybe. Hi everyone. Today you are not getting a review from me, but because it's October 1st, it's spooky season, we're going to talk about something a little scary: early Oscar predictions. For those of you who know me from before, those of you who have just recently started following me, thank you very much in advance for that. I also do reviews and Oscar predictions for Next Best Picture. So I'm going to go through some of the people who I think may be getting in this point in the season. It's very important to remember that it is only October. We're just kind of having fun here. However, I've seen a lot of the films that are gaining Oscar buzz. We have yet to see a lot of films that are yet to gain Oscar buzz. So some of this is based off of what I really think could definitely happen versus just kind of having fun with it. Today I'm going to be focusing on the top 6 categories, so the 4 acting categories and Best Director and Picture. As we get further along into the season, I'll kind of expand it a little bit, but I just kind of wanted to give you a slice of what I'm currently thinking as of today. So for Best Supporting Actress, I feel like this category already is making me want to rip my hair out because there are so many incredible female supporting performances this year. But as I have put on the screen, you can see what my current top 10 looks like, and specifically my top 5. I have Teyana Taylor, Chase Infinity, Ariana Grande, Elle Fanning, and Jennifer Lopez. I just talked about One Battle After Another during one of my last reviews, and I absolutely loved that film. I adored Teyana Taylor. I think she gives such an incredible performance. I wish there was more of her in the film, but I suppose she is a true supporting actress in this film for that instance. I think her impact is felt all throughout the story. It really impacts every single character one way or another, and so I would love to see her win. Chase Infinity is also fantastic. Again, it's still mind-boggling to me that that is her acting debut and that she just killed me with it. So I would love to see a little bit of recognition for her too. Of course, we have yet to see Wicked for Good, so Ariana Grande, will she get in? Will she not get in? I guess we'll see, considering that she got in last time. I feel pretty confident that she'll get in again this time around. And the second half of Wicked, there is certainly a lot of emotions and high stakes. I think that she and Cynthia will deliver once again, so I think that I feel good having her in my top 5 at the moment. So if you remember from my sentimental value review, I actually think that Inga gives the better supporting performance in this film. However, when you are dealing with the Academy, sometimes they like to just go for the more familiar name. And I hate to say that because it should just be judged based on the performance. But alas. So I do see a world where Elle gets in just because she is the more recognizable figure. And this is also not to say that she doesn't give a good performance in the film. No, she's quite good. I enjoyed her. I just do really like Inga, and I'm really hoping out that there is maybe a world where both of them could get in, but if it has to be one, I think it might be Elle. But again, really hope it's Inga. And then finally, I've got Jennifer Lopez in for Kiss of the Spider-Woman. She is electrifying in that film. I think that she just brings it. There are incredible dance moves. There are so many fun, flashy scenes with her every time that we get to see her part of this movie within a movie. I'm like leaning closer in my seat because I'm just so amazed at what she does. So I can very much see her coming in and getting into this race. Of course, she missed out on Hustlers. I don't know why, but she totally deserved a nomination for that film. So this could possibly be the one that gets her into the Oscar race. Supporting actor is another one that is lining up to be quite interesting. For my top 5, I have Sean Penn, Stellan Skarsgård, Paul Mescal, Adam Sandler, and Jeremy Strong. Again, as I was raving about Teyana Taylor, I was raving about Sean Penn in One Battle After Another. He shot right up my predictions after I saw that film. However, I do believe that this race will come down to either him or Stellan. I really enjoyed Stellan's performance in Sentimental Value. Again, you can listen to that video, but I just think that they're both giving quite different performances than what we're maybe used to seeing them as. I just think Sean Penn makes such a splash and such an impression in One Battle After Another. In general, I think that that film is going to be a big machine and force this year, so maybe he will come through with that already, but it'll be interesting to see where different voting bodies lie between the two of them. I thought Paul Mescal gave a really heartbreaking performance in Hamnet. I will be very happy to see him if he gets in. Adam Sandler too, he did not get in for Uncut Gems, so if Jay Kelly is his way into the Oscars race, then yay, he finally gets an Oscar nomination. This is one film that I have yet to see, so I don't know exactly how his performance is, but based on what I've heard, he is pretty good in this film. And then Jeremy Strong too for the Springsteen biopic, another one that I have not seen, but usually these biopic films tend to bring in a number of actors. I mean, just look at last year with the Bob Dylan biopic. Not only did Timothée Chalamet get in, but so did Monica Barbaro and Edward Norton, so I could see a very similar path for Jeremy. Best Actress, aka usually the best category at the Oscars. In my top 5, I have Jessie Buckley, Renate Reinsve, Cynthia Erivo, Jennifer Lawrence, and Rose Byrne. Jessie just absolutely blew me away in Hamnet. That is the performance of the year. I just cried like a baby. I saw so many emotions from her. It was overwhelming. It was beautiful, and she absolutely deserves to win. Renate, I love in Sentimental Value. Another performance that really shows quite an emotional journey. I adore her for The Worst Person in the World. She should have gotten an Oscar nomination for that film. However, if we can get her in for Sentimental Value, I will be very happy, and I will slightly forgive the Academy. Cynthia, again, we have yet to see Wicked for Good. However, considering that she got in last year, I would feel confident seeing her come in again. I have not seen Die My Love. However, Jennifer Lawrence got some pretty incredible reviews and raves from it out of Cannes. I really hope that she gets in. She is one of my favorite actresses. I love whenever she just kind of goes and takes these big emotional swings. This film seems very much in line with that, so I will report back once I actually see that film. And then Rose Byrne too in If I Had Legs I'd Kick You. This will be an interesting one for a lot of people to see. It is quite a anxiety-ridden, uncomfortable watch, but oh my god, does she bring it. She just kind of takes you on quite the roller coaster of emotions and journeys, and she has deserved an Oscar nom in the past. So if this is the first one, then I'm very happy. Best Actor. This is one where I haven't seen most of the performances that are on the lineup, so I don't really know if I am at all correct with any of them. However, it seems like this is gearing up to be quite an interesting race this year. In my top 5, I have Timothée Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Jeremy Allen White, George Clooney, and Daniel Day-Lewis. Have not seen Marty Supreme. I don't know if really anybody has seen this film yet, so I'm just kind of going on a long shot here with Timothée Chalamet, but we love him. We love Timmy. It could be a big moment for him. I do think that he is an actor that at some point is going to win an Oscar. Maybe it's with Marty Supreme, maybe it's with something else down the line. We're gonna see what happens, but the trailer seemed pretty interesting and I kind of liked what he was giving me so far. Leonardo DiCaprio had me cackling and laughing and just going all over the place with One Battle After Another, so I would love to see him get into this race. Honestly, if he ends up winning another Oscar, I will be a-okay with that, because again, he is just amazing. Jeremy Allen White is for sure gonna get in because of the Springsteen biopic. I mean, people love biopics. As I mentioned, the Bob Dylan biopic, Timothy got in for that last year. He came very close to winning. I think he was just right after Adrian Brody in that lineup. So I have no doubts with this one. I should be seeing it very soon, so I will check back in with all of you. And then we kind of have some two big heavy hitters, past Oscar winners, George Clooney and Daniel Day-Lewis. This is a huge moment with Daniel Day-Lewis back. I feel like a lot of people would be excited to see him back at the Oscars, vying for an award his fourth Oscar. That would be crazy. I don't necessarily think he will win, as evidenced by him being in fifth place. However, I would love to see him coming back. I mean, he's one of our greatest living actors currently, so I'm excited by the fact that he is back in a movie. And then we don't often see George Clooney in too many movies, or at least in the same amount of time that he was making movies and being in them 20, 15 years ago. So I am excited to see Jay Kelly. I haven't seen it yet. I hear very good things about his performance, so I think this would be a pretty good lineup. People are talking about Dwayne Johnson getting in for The Smashing Machine. I have seen that one. Is there a world where it could happen? Yes, for sure. I mean, I've got him at number 6 on my list here, so he's very close to the top 5 for me. I think I just have to wait and see how the rest of the season shakes up, because I haven't seen a whole lot of these movies. This could be a pretty amazing Best Director lineup this year. I think Paul Thomas Anderson is for sure gonna win this. I mean, One Battle After Another is truly a huge moment, but also Ryan Coogler. He showed people what he can really do with Sinners. I think it is for sure gonna be between the two of them. I have Paul edging him out. I think also just because of he has been nominated for 11 times. He's never won. He is such a highly and respected director. It's his time. Narratives are going to come into place. I do see Ryan winning for Best Original Screenplay with Sinners. I didn't really talk about my full lineup for that in this video, but we're going to get to it later on in the season. So I do see him winning an Oscar next year. And then others that I would really like to see in the top 5, Chloe Zhao for Hamnet. She just blew me away with that film. So many gorgeous choices that she made. Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value. He is certainly one of my, if not my favorite director currently working today, and so I would love to see him in this lineup, especially since he didn't get in for Worst Person in the World, but he did get an Oscar nom for Original Screenplay, so I'll take it. And then Jafar Panahi for It Was Just an Accident. This is a really, really good film, and I will talk about it in a future video, but there are some pretty great choices and twists and turns that Jafar takes us on in this film. And finally, Best Picture. I'm not going to go through all of them, mainly because I don't remember off the top of my head every single one that I have, but you will have it right here for your viewing pleasure. When I think of the films that are in serious contention and possibility of winning Best Picture, two come to mind right away: One Battle After Another and Sinners. Huge year for Warner Brothers and for these original stories, which I just absolutely love. I think both of these films are truly incredible. It's exciting to see people going out to the theaters and watching them and seeking out these original stories. So it's gonna be a good year whichever way it goes. I would not be angry with either one of these wins. I think Chloe Zhao's Hamnet as well is a very serious contender. Again, incredible performances, gorgeous direction, cinematography, just such a moving story. She has the whole package. Some other films that I have rounding out this list: Sentimental Value, of course. I think because it's a foreign language film and we know how people are about subtitles, it's probably not going to win Best Picture, but oh my gosh, how amazing would it be if it does, and it would be a vote for Emma. Marty Supreme, again, we have to see how that film is, but people are very excited about it. I think it looks really cool from the trailers, so I wouldn't be surprised if it made it into this lineup. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. This one, kind of got a little bit of mixed reviews, but it's Guillermo del Toro. People love him. The films that people didn't really like all too much still have made it into a Best Picture lineup, such as Nightmare Alley, so I wouldn't be surprised with Frankenstein. Again, we have yet to see Wicked for Good, but if the first film made it into Best Picture, I wouldn't be surprised that the second would make it in. And then we got another Avatar film, Avatar Fire and Ash. The first two films have made it into Best Picture lineups. They have won Oscars in the past, so I think that it's kind of a safe bet to go with Avatar at this point. But I guess we just never know. There might be something else that kicks it out. So that is it for today's Oscar predictions. Again, we have a long way to go with the season, but I just kind of wanted to do something a little different and to share some of what I'm thinking with some of the performances performances that I've already seen this year. Please let me know what some of your predictions are. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, if I am not even seriously considering a contender. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking, where your predictions lie at the moment, and it'll be very interesting to see how the rest of the season plays out. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you here next time.